All right, Mr. Ahmed here for 5.3. Again, still solving our systems of equations. We're going to learn our third method, which is the elimination method. The elimination method comes super handy when things are in standard form and if it's not easy to isolate a variable. All right, so like if it already says y equals or x equals, I'm probably going to use substitution. But if I see it in standard form with the x's, the y's on one side, I'm probably going to use the elimination method. So for us to use the elimination method, a couple things that we have to do is we are going to, I always do step 2 first. I'm going to line them up, okay? I need the x's lined up, I need the y's lined up, I need the equal sign lined up, and then I need the constants lined up. So I need x's in 1, y's, equal sign, number. So I want to line them up first, okay? After that, I'm going to multiply, if I have to, by a number so that one pairs of the variables will cancel each other out. So I need to have a pair of opposite coefficients for x or opposite coefficients for y. And when we say opposite, that would be like a 3 and a negative 3, a 5 and a negative 5, a 20 and a negative 20. All right, they need to be opposites. And we can multiply one equation, both equations, or sometimes we don't have to multiply either. All right, after that, we're going to add up the two equations so that one of the variables cancels, and then we're going to solve. Then we'll plug that back into one of the equations to find the other variable. So when I look at the first example, x's are lined up, y's are lined up. We're done with that. It's lined up. Step 2, does something cancel? 4 and 3 are not opposites. Negative 6 and 6 are, so the y's will cancel. We are going to add them right away. 4 plus 3 is 7x. Negative 6y and 6y cancels out. So equals 10 plus 4, 14. Now we can solve. Divide 7, divide 7. X equals 2. We found x. Now I plug x into either one of the original equations. Doesn't matter which. I usually just take the top one. So 4 times, I better rewrite the whole thing. 4x minus 6y equals 10. We're putting x in because we know x is 2. So 4 times 2 minus 6y equals 10. Now I just have a y. And I'm going to solve for y. 8 minus 6y equals 10. Subtract 8, subtract 8. Cancels. Negative 6y equals 10 minus 8 is 2. Divide negative 6. Divide negative 6. Cancels out. Y is equal to negative 1/3. So we found our two solutions, 2 and negative 1/3. Oops, sorry, I was going to write it as an order pair. 2, comma, negative 1/3. All right, now if I want to plug this back in, I'm going to do this in my head just to kind of see how it works. 2 times 4 is 8. Negative 6 times negative 1/3 is positive 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. That checks off. It works there. The other one, we have a 6 plus negative 2, yep, equals 4. It works for both. So you can always substitute these answers back in to check your work. All right, on to the next one. First step, are they lined up? X is lined up, Y's, equal sign, number, we're good there. Step 2, does anything cancel? 2 and 8, nope. 3 and negative 5, nope. So I think I want to get these x's to cancel because I can turn a 2 into a negative 8 pretty easily. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by negative 4 because negative 4 times 2 gets us to a negative 8. And I have to multiply the whole equation, both sides. So I'm going to rewrite them. When I multiply, I have negative 8x minus 12y equals negative 36. Rewrite the other equation below it. 8x minus 5y equals 19. Now we can start adding them up. The x's cancel. Negative 12 plus negative 5 we are adding is negative 17y. And negative 36 plus 19 is negative 17. Divide both sides by negative 17, and I get y to equal 1. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, so y is 1. Now I'm plugging it back into the original equation up on the top. I could plug it into this one, this one, this one, this one. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take the very top one that I started with, 2x plus 3y equals 9. Plug y in. 2x plus 3 times 1 equals 9. Subtract our 3. And divide. And we get x to equal 3. So as an ordered pair, x first, y second, 3, 1. We got it. You could plug it back in to check your work. I'm going to do that briefly. 3 plus 3, that looks good. 24 minus 5 is 19. Looks good. We got it right for both. Okay? On to the next page. All right. Now, this is a problem where I would say you might say I want to use substitution because it'd be fairly easy to isolate the y. But we're going to use our elimination method because the x's are lined up, y's are lined up, equal sign, we're all lined up. So 2 and 5 don't cancel. This is a negative 1 and 3. Those don't cancel. So we need to multiply the top equation to get this to be a negative 3y. Negative 3 plus 3 would cancel. So I need to multiply by 3 times by 3. 3 times 2 is 6x minus 3y equals 16 times 3, 48. Rewrite the other equation. Down below, 5x plus 3y equals negative 4, and we are adding the two together. 6 plus 5 is 11x. 3y and negative 3y cancel. 48 plus negative 4 is 44. Divide 11, divide 11. X equals 4, we got x. Plug it into one of the equations to find y. I'm going to take the top one again. 2x minus y equals 16. 2 times 4, put an x in, minus y equals 16. 8 minus y equals 16. Okay. Subtract our 8. Negative y equals 8. Divide negative 1. And y is equal to negative 8. We have found our solution. 4, negative 8 is the ordered pair. Good to go. And again, you might want to substitute that back in to check. I can do that in my head for the most part. 2 times 4 is 8. Minus negative 8 is positive 16. We got the top one right. 20 plus negative 24. Yep, that looks good too. Negative 4. We got it. So it always is pretty good to kind of just substitute it back in, check your work, make sure you're getting them right. All right. Hit the pause button, give the U try a shot. If you get stuck, come back or come back to check your work. All right, hopefully you had some success here as you tried these out on your own. Let's see, the first one. They're lined up. We're good. Next step, 3 and 3 are not quite opposite, so I need to multiply one of the equations by negative 1. I'm going to multiply the top one by negative 1 times negative 1. Notice I'm not lazy. I'm going to rewrite this. Negative 3x minus 5y equals positive 2. Change the sign of everything. Rewrite the other equation down below. 3x minus 2y equals negative 16. Now we can add them together. X's cancel. Negative 7y equals negative 14, and y is equal to 2. Have to divide. All right, divide by negative 7, divide negative 7, negative divided by negative. Got us our positive. Now pick one of the equations to substitute y back in. Again, I'm just choosing the top one. 3x plus 5y equals negative 2. Put 2 in for y. 3x plus 5 times 2 equals negative 2. 3x plus 10. Negative 2 minus 10 minus 10. 3x equals negative 12. And when we divide by 3, x is equal to negative 4. So our ordered pair is negative 4, 2. Got it. All right. Last one. Toughest one we got. Sometimes we have to multiply both equations to get them to cancel out. I can't really turn a 3 into a 5, and I can't turn a 5 into a 3, or a 4 into a 5, or a 5 into a 4. So I need to multiply it by something that will get us to cancel them out. The easiest way to do that is to take one times the other. 5 times 4 is 20. So I want a 20 and a negative 20. I could also go with the y's and take 3 times 5 and get a 15 and a negative 5. The choice is yours. We got options. I am going to get the y's to cancel. So for me to get the y's to cancel, I have to multiply the top equation by 5 and the bottom equation by 3. That way I get a negative 15 and a positive 15y. So I'm going to rewrite. 5 times 5 is 25x plus 15y equals 12 times 5. I'm pretty sure that's 60, but I'm going to do a double check. It is indeed 60. Now on the bottom, 3 times 4 is 12x minus 15y. Now we see our y's will cancel. Equals 17 times 3, 51. All right, now we got to add. 25 plus 12 is 37x equals 60 plus 51, 111. Divide 37, divide 37. I use the calculator for that. X is equal to 3. All right, we got x. Now we are going to substitute it back into one of the equations to find y. I'll substitute into the top one again. 5x plus 3y equals 12. Put x in. 5 times 3 plus 3y equals 12. X is 3. 15 plus 3y equals 12. Minus our 15. Oops. Didn't show that very well. 5x plus 3y. Substituted in 3. Okay, x was 3. Then we're going to keep simplifying down. 15 plus 3y equals 12. Subtract our 15 from both sides. 3y equals negative 3. And y is equal to negative 1. Y is negative 1 when you divide. So our ordered pair is 3 comma negative 1. You can plug it back in to check your work. But that is all we got for today. Have a good one.